Welcome back to Miss Teacher. In today's lesson, you will learn English grammar in a simple and clear way. We will explain the rules step by step, show real examples, and help you avoid common mistakes. This lesson is designed to improve your understanding and make your speaking more fluent and natural. Watch carefully, practice with us, and you will see how easy English can be when it is explained correctly.
Today, grammar is very hard, and many rules are confusing, and maybe you understand or maybe not. I will talk fast, and you try to remember everything. English is difficult, and you must study a lot to learn it. There is no clear plan, no examples, and no practice, so just listen and hope you understand something.
Today, we start with the zero conditional. This structure is used to talk about things that are always true. These are facts, rules, and scientific results. When something happens, the result always happens too. There is no future imagination here. There is no past regret. Zero conditional shows real-life logic. If one thing happens, the result is always the same. That is why it is very important for clear and fluent English speaking.
Let me define the zero conditional clearly. We use it when the condition and the result are both true in general. The structure is very simple. If plus present simple, comma, present simple. Both parts use the present simple tense. We do not change tense because this is about reality, not time. This structure is common in daily conversation, instructions, and explanations. Now let's look at simple examples. If you heat ice, it melts. If people eat too much sugar, they gain weight. When it rains, the ground gets wet. These sentences talk about facts. They are not opinions. They are not plans. They are things everyone knows are true. This is exactly when we use the zero conditional. Zero conditional is very common in instructions and rules. For example, if you press this button, the machine starts. If students arrive late, they miss the test. Teachers, doctors, and engineers use this structure a lot because it explains how systems work in real life. Now be careful. Many learners make a mistake here. They use future tense after if. This is wrong in zero conditional. We do not say, if it will rain, water will flow. We say, if it rains, water flows. Remember, zero conditional never uses will. This is a very important rule. Let's compare zero conditional with first conditional very quickly. Zero conditional is for facts. First conditional is for real future possibilities. If you heat water, it boils. Fact. If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. Future possibility. This difference helps you choose the correct conditional naturally. Now let's practice. Listen carefully and think before answering. Decide if the sentence shows a general fact or a future plan. This will help you clearly understand when zero conditional is correct and when it is not. Let's check the answers together. In zero conditional, both parts are always true. If the sentence talks about a habit, rule, or scientific fact, zero conditional is the correct choice. If it talks about a specific future time, then it is not zero conditional. Excellent work! You now understand the meaning, structure, and usage of zero conditional. This foundation is very important because we will build more complex conditionals later. Make sure this part is very clear in your mind before moving forward. Welcome to Part 2. Today, we learn mixed conditionals. These are used to talk about unreal situations in the past and their results in the present, or unreal present situations and results in the past. This is very important for fluent English because many learners mix tenses incorrectly.
Understanding this helps you speak naturally and clearly. Let's define mixed conditionals. Mixed conditional occurs when the if clause and result clause refer to different times. For example, past unreal plus present result, or present unreal plus past result. This shows hypothetical situations and their imagined consequences. It's different from zero or first conditional because those talk about real facts or future possibilities. Now the structure. For past unreal plus present result, if plus past perfect plus would plus base verb. Example, if I had studied harder, I would have a better job now. For present unreal plus past result, if plus past simple plus would have plus past participle. Example, if I were taller, I would have joined the basketball team last year. Pay attention to tense differences. Here are clear examples. Past unreal to present result. If she had left earlier, she would be on time now. Present unreal to past result. If he were rich, he would have bought that car last month. These examples are very useful for speaking and writing naturally. Common mistakes. Learners often use wrong tenses together. For example, saying, if I had studied harder, I would have a better job last year is wrong. The tenses must show the correct time connection between condition and result. This is essential to avoid confusion in communication. Let's compare mixed conditional with zero conditional. Zero conditional is facts, always true. Mixed conditional is unreal, hypothetical, imagination. Zero conditional uses present simple, mixed conditional uses past perfect or past simple plus would forms. This difference is very important for understanding English logic. Mixed conditional is very common in daily conversation, storytelling, and expressing regrets. Native speakers use it naturally when they talk about what could have happened or what would happen if circumstances were different. Practice these sentences to sound more fluent and natural. Time for practice. Decide which sentence uses the correct mixed conditional. Be careful, some sentences may look like first conditional or zero conditional. Focus on time difference between if clause and result clause. Practice answers. Past unreal to present result uses past perfect plus would plus base verb. Present unreal to past result uses past simple plus would have plus past participle. Check each sentence and remember the logic. This is key to mastering mixed conditional. Excellent! Now you understand mixed conditionals. You know the structures, tenses, and real-life usage. Keep practicing these examples, notice time differences, and avoid common mistakes. This will improve your fluency and confidence in English speaking. Welcome to Part 3. Now we will focus on advanced practice and differentiation in mixed conditionals. We will compare mixed conditional with first, second, and zero conditional to avoid confusion. This is very important for learners who want natural and precise English. Let's make sure you can spot the differences quickly. First, let's recall. Zero conditional is for facts. First conditional is for real future possibilities. Second conditional is for unreal present situations. Mixed conditional combines times. Past unreal affects present, or present unreal affects past. Understanding these differences will improve your grammar intuition. Now, examples for differentiation. Zero conditional. If you heat water, it boils. First conditional. If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. Second conditional. If I were rich, I would buy a house. Mixed conditional, past to present. If I had studied harder, I would have a better job now. Mixed conditional, present to past. If I were taller, I would have joined the team last year. Let's practice with tricky examples. Decide which conditional fits.
Sentence: if she had prepared more, she would pass or would have passed the exam now. Focus on tense logic. Past unreal to present result uses past perfect plus would plus base verb. Identify carefully before choosing. More practice. If he were smarter, he would have done better in the last project. This is present unreal to past result. Mixed conditional helps express regrets, hypothetical situations, or imagined consequences. Pay attention to the connection between condition and result. Common mistakes. Learners mix second and mixed conditional incorrectly. Example, if I were taller, I would have more friends. Correct form? Yes. Present unreal affects past result. Incorrect. Using would plus base verb for past result. Always check the time relation to avoid errors. Let's do a small quiz. Which sentence is correct? A. If I had taken the bus, I would be on time now. B. If I had taken the bus, I would have on time now. Focus on auxiliary verbs and tense. Correct answer is A. This type of exercise strengthens your understanding and memory of mixed conditionals. Now let's combine concepts. Sometimes learners confuse mixed conditional with first or second conditional in storytelling. Example, if she studies hard, she will pass. This is future real possibility. If she had studied hard, she would be successful now. This is mixed conditional. Notice how time reference changes meaning. Practice set with 4 multiple choice questions. 1. If I blank earlier the train, I would be at work now. 2. If she blank taller, she would have joined the team. 3. If he blank harder, he would pass the test. 4. If it rains tomorrow, I blank stay home. Answers after 5-second pause. 1. Had taken. 2. Were. 3. Had studied. 4. Will. Great job for finishing this lesson with Miss Teacher. You learned the key grammar points, saw clear examples, and practiced correctly. Remember, regular practice is the secret to fluent English. Review this lesson, try to make your own sentences, and use English every day. If this lesson helped you, subscribe to Miss Teacher for more clear and effective English lessons. You learned the key grammar points, saw clear examples, and practiced correctly. Remember, regular practice is the secret to fluent English. Review this lesson, try to make your own sentences, and use English every day. If this lesson helped you, subscribe to Miss Teacher for more clear and effective English lessons.